Alright folks, welcome back to Malmo. You just catch me here looking at the sheer size of the task that now awaits us. Trip to Arsenal at the Emirates, of course. 3-2 from the last episode. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it now. It's quite a game, 3-2. Ordinarily, that's pretty good, but when you're in knockout stages of Champions League, a 3-2 reverse at home, 3 away goals, you know, probably not great. Form since that, though, has been very good, but we've not really played anyone great quality. Vasperas, Sleipner and Mjällby. We've beaten them all without conceding 6-0, 9-0 and 4-0 to progress to the Cup semi-final where we'll play Östersunds, a team with far more quality. Not as much quality, though, as the Arsenal. And how have they done since we played them 3-2? You can see, well, a mixed bag for them. They've lost at Brentford. Odd. A home win in the derby over Tottenham and a 2-0 defeat at Everton. So worryingly, their away form is shocking and they still beat us. Home form seems pretty secure. We have to go back all the way to a Man United home defeat in late December, Boxing Day. So it's pretty much 3 months unbeaten at home, and that's the challenge that now awaits. Have they had any players injured? No, still Petr Cech out, so Ospina is the man in goal. Yeah, it's a tough one. I'll see you pitch side with the team in just a minute. So there's the teams then at packed Emirates behind us, or behind us, not behind us. I mean, that's just a wall. Yeah, teams there. It's tough. It's so tough. Without Strambe Jezza, Yeremiev comes back in. He starts in the middle with Hurler and Jay Gomez on the sides of him. Dykes is back though. We're still missing a few players. Bashiru out injured. The defence isn't as solid as it can be. Of course, Gokangul suspended. Bielik can't play against parents' side. Well, he could, I think, in the Champions League. We just didn't have time to. We couldn't register him because of the registration rules. That is a bit weird. It's not something I'm used to, whereby the main transfer window occurs for us, but not other teams. And it means we can't register. If we sign 5 new players, then we can't possibly register all of them. So it's a bit odd. But yeah, nevertheless, you know, we've got to deal with it. Just realised I've got Darlin in goal because he started a cup game. Darlin's a fine goalkeeper, but I prefer Dragowski. So if we lose this, it's down to that. And I'm going to blame Darlin at this point. Let's tell the boys we've got nothing to lose here. They're not bothered by that. They heard me say that last time and they still lost. So they're thinking, well, we have got something to lose because we lost the game. Huge crowd at the Emirates. All 3 tiers packed, seemingly. And Jay Gomez gets us underway. Fingers crossed for something. This could be a magical night, couldn't it? Or it could be a soul-destroying night as we win a corner inside 18 seconds. And I don't believe anything will occur from this. I put money on it. Crossed in, headed on and away. Grujic, Mangala, back to Grujic. That's a great ball. Something has come from this, and I've lost my wager. So we're level on aggregate, but we still trail on the away goals rule. But what a start it's been. Grujic there, Mangala. Nice little ball this was from Grujic. That's a great pass. Jezza, Ospina could do a little better, I reckon. Van der Beek now, just 3 minutes in. It's been a great start. Lacazette and Mesut Ozil breaks the sound barrier with that effort, and any hope probably extinguished a little bit more than it was a second ago. Wilshere heads it. I mean, if you're winning the ball, I mean that Dragowski would have saved it, so that's disappointing. But Jack Wilshere shouldn't be winning the ball in the air. That's my main criticism. 10 minutes played then. Bellerin's throw-in finds Ozil. He gives it back to him, right side. He gives it back to Ozil. Lucky take of the ball by Elneny, and we managed to muscle it off Lacazette. I think it was Lacazette. Jay Gomez, nice ball over the top. Lucas Hurler drills one into the crowd behind the Arsenal goal. Not far. Good little move, that. We're inside 25 minutes. We've had 4 players cautioned for 8 fouls. On the Arsenal ratio, they got 9 fouls committed in the opening leg as Jack Wilshere blasts one wide. No yellow cards. So I'm not saying victimised, and small clubs Don't get the rub of the green here, but that's what it seems to be. Hurler's ball. Koscielny picks it off Mustafi on Ospina. Arsenal will come again. Van der Beek seems to be the fulcrum for all the attacks. Lacazette won't get there for that one, but he might do for this one. But no, Darlin steps in. A little bit, goalkeeping's... Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear me. I mean, that's probably not Darlin's fault, in fairness. It's probably the defence in front of him. I don't know if you can count that as a counter-attack. We just gave them the ball. That's not a counter-attack, is it? This isn't a counter-attack. We're not really pushing them. He's just sort of stumbled over the ball and, and it's game over. But it's not really a counter-attack. That seems odd. Just after the half-hour mark then, Ospina's goal kick. Brawson, who's been the man penalised ratings-wise for Arsenal's second goal. Grujic tries to find Hurler, but it's not getting there, and Arsenal will start to build. So we call them cold in the first minute, but after that, really, we've not really played in this game. As Lacazette's taking he's ribbing us there, isn't he? Elneny's in, and it's probably a penalty. Is it? Yes, that seems. Oh, it's another card. Yes, of course it is. As Lacazette sticks it in the bottom corner. At this rate, we're going to be lucky to survive with 11 players, because this referee doesn't seem to like... I mean, he's hit that hard. He's hit that really hard. Doesn't seem to like the way we do business. Mangala now. Grujic. We need to do something if we're going to have any chance to stay in this tie. Jay Gomez, and he slots it under Ospina, and we have a second goal. 6-4, with pretty much 50 minutes to play in the tie. I mean, stranger things have happened, but, it's not going to happen, is it? The strangest thing here is not going to happen, because we're going to get a player sent off any second, as Iwobi just heads it over. I mean, it's the tiny Arsenal men that are winning the headers. Wilshere, Iwobi. I mean, what next? Jay Gomez now. It's not a great ball, Jay, but here we go. Because Kolasinac to Iwobi. At least he's not winning it in the air this time, but he is running it like Messi. Wilshere, lovely ball through Elneny, and straight into Darlin's hands. We're letting the runners get ahead of us, but let's not pretend. Let's not fool ourselves. This is Arsenal. We are Malmo. I mean, Leslie Nielsen is going to walk here, I think. But Lasse Nielsen is going to walk there. But let's be honest, there was a foul in the build-up from Arsenal on that. So I don't quite know why this referee is not giving fouls against or for us, really. And we have to make a change now because we can't survive with only two centre-halves. So we're going to bring Bengtsson on. We're going to sit him in the central role and revert to just a two up top system. That's not gone far wide, but that's really disappointing because it looked to me as though Nielsen was fouled and then not given, and then he I mean, if it was gone, it's definitely gone now as Ozil grabs a force before the break. He's let the play go on and then penalised Nielsen for basically just standing his ground. Elneny, that's a beautiful ball through, and Ozil, Darlin's completely off his game. Grujic, Mangala. It's a decent ball, that. If we can, no, we can't. Dykes tries to play it in, but won't get there, and tries to play through Lacazette. We should recover, but we don't. He just seems to run through Lacazette, who gets a second bite of the cherry and scores. No problem. I'm getting a little bit annoyed now because I don't think Arsenal have been that good. They've just been a bit fortunate with some of the breaks of the ball. I don't know how we managed to get through. There we go, and then it fell straight back to him and didn't decide to try and save the second one. So it's 5-2 at half time. Yep, that's quite a lot of goals. I am going to be aggressive because that was terrible, and you can see there 5.4 for Brawson. Brawson's one of our shining lights of a defender, but that was atrocious. Sadly, I don't have another defender to bring on, so he's going to have to stay out there. That rating's just going to get worse. Let's see how low it goes for Franz. It might be the end of his career at this point. So, I mean, he's probably going to get sent off. That'll compound it. He's one of the few players in blue not to be carded yet, so that's coming. As a corner to the edge of the penalty area, sets up Arsenal. This is a genuine counter-attack as Dykes does beautifully well there and lets Ozil in for another goal. No, just wide. You can see there, FM18 out November 2nd, so that's something to look forward to if this game is done, which it clearly is. Lacazette plays through Ozil and just drag the effort wide. I feel like they're toying with us now. I mean, I just want the game to be over, to be honest. You know, this is what happens when you're Malmo and you get drawn away at Arsenal. Or, I mean, obviously you're going to play away at Arsenal in a two-legged affair. But this is what happens when you draw Arsenal in a knockout round of a Champions League tie. And they're just pulling us all over the place. Bellerin crosses. Mangala, though. Nice play. Hurler. Jay Gomez. They link up quite nicely, Hurler and Gomez. Crosses. Lucas Hurler's deep and heads in. 10 men Arsenal. It has nothing to do with us. 10 men Malmo. Grab another goal at the Emirates. Makes it 8-5. The game is over for us, but at least we're showing some spirit, some pride. We're not giving up the ghost. And it's a good header, that is. That's a really good header. Ospina, I mean, it looks as though he could play for us, to be honest. He's certainly better than... Oh, another player's cautioned. Of course he is. 15 fouls, 7 yellow cards, and a red card, of course, for a second yellow. Nice. As well, Jay Gomez, Vinheim, Mangala, back heel there to Grujic. Nice play out to Dykes. Can he get a ball in? He can, but it's cleared away and Ozil heads it back into danger. Strange choice. But Lacazette just goes through the entire... I thought we had 3-on-1 there. We should have been able to cope with that, but no, we dallied and let Lacazette kill the game even more dead. That's that. So I'm just thinking here Bankston's going to win that, but no, he decides to just stay there and let Lacazette run across him. And Darling seems to be heading off the pitch there for a second. I'm not sure why, but you can see the amount of cards there. And Arsenal, oh, they finally committed another foul. On their on the logic of our referee, you know, the way we've been going, they should have at least 2 players sent off at this stage. Vinheim, can he cross? Nah, why bother? Oh, crossing's overrated anyway. Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan, at least they've weakened the side with the substitutes they've brought on. Oh, and that's a nice tackle through. Just plays them nicely in, and Elneny makes it 7. That's... I think it's time we did make a change, because there's a few players probably just going to get annoyed. I don't really want to bring on the youngster, because he's just going to get annoyed, really. Oh, 5 now. It's going down. So who had 4.8? And I think we're going to bring on Kubler. I bring on Benarki, but he's fuming, and he's just on the bench, so we don't want to do that to him. So yeah, 17 fouls, 8 yellow cards, and 1 red. 3 fouls in 67 minutes. That's never happened in football. But here we go, Elneny, Darling, worse than useless. 10 minutes to go still. There's still time for another 4 or 5 goals, and as this referee is hopefully looking forward to, a good few more red cards. As Brawson decides one mistake of not jumping for the ball is not enough and does it again. Hurler sends Jay Gomez down this right side. Can he cross? He can. Lucas Hurler's under it and just heads over the crossbar. The strikers have not given up. 7.5s for the two of them. Certainly makes it Brawson's on his way back. Well, 5.1. Oh. 5.2. He's going to finish man of the match. No, 4.7. I don't know what he did in that minute there, but he dropped 0.5 of a rating. He ends up with 4.7. So he's found himself into 2-week fining territory, which is a good start, because in 3 days we kick off the league campaign. So, you know, there we go. It's unacceptable to have lost. It's not unacceptable to have lost on aggregate, I don't think, but the context is that we shouldn't be losing 10-5. But I suppose, really, the quality of the two teams, are they 5 goals over 2 legs better than us? Did we need to play a game of football to figure that out? No to both. Luis Enrique, pleasure, mate. Absolute pleasure. No, I think we issue a warning to Lass, or Leslie, the great comedic actor, of course. And we'll just pop in and... where is the Brawson? There you are, mate. I think that interest from Bologna, Cologne, Newcastle and Wolfsburg is probably going to dissipate after that performance. I think what we do at this point is just give you a fine of 1 week, because we do it down to 10 men, so it is more more challenging. But you can see that drop off there, a 4.7. It's a questionable outcome. He's accepted. No, that's Lass. That's Leslie. So there we go. In fact, let's do this, shall we? It just gives us a chance to focus on the league now. There's no shame, and the referee was appalling. I felt we had. Obi doesn't score goals, so there we go. There we go. So we kick off the league against. Well, no, we don't kick off the league in 3 days. I thought we did. We don't. Kick off the league in the 7th of April. That's still some way away against Osters. But we play Ostersunds in the Cup semi-final, so that's our next fixture. That's difficult to know what to do. I'm just going to rest the players, so stay with me for just a second. This is what I do when generally we're not recording. But it's given that really the season is over. The season's over. It's not even started. But the Champions League obviously will kick in around here again. I think what we'll do is we'll come back. We'll probably do the AIK game, and then we'll be able to jump ahead to the next block, which will be the Champions League qualifying, which it was tough last year, of course. If you remember, we had to beat Celtic, so it could well be tough again this year. Hopefully we boosted the coefficient though again by progressing to the knockout stages. That's an achievement. Even though we got slaughtered by Arsenal, it is Arsenal, you know. But if we can keep doing this, qualifying for the knockout stages, then that's going to boost our rating. So do pop a like on there for me. Subscribe as well for far more Football Manager content coming very soon, and I'll see you on the next video for the AIK game. That's quite a tasty, zesty encounter. Take care and goodbye.